Okay, call the meeting to order, please. Stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to the vets, 2
We're all
days later. Thank you for serving.
Fireman?
Here.
Madeline Brown?
Present.
Jim Brennan? Eva Brennan? Lindsay.
Motion would be in order to approve the minutes as presented or with any correction.
I didn't see any need for corrections, so I would move we accept them as written.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, we approve the minutes as presented. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Jen, it's your turn.
All right, good morning. Lots of dates of note. Wednesday afternoon is our book club. On November 21st, we're doing the Little Paris Bookshop, so that should be good. No. Yeah, you know, I've heard, yeah. Okay, should be good.
Lots to talk about.
Lots to talk about, yeah. So the group is expanding. We're taking on more Royal Oak and Score Workshop every Wednesday of the month for November and December from 5 to 8. A reminder that the Friends will be meeting on December 3rd at 6:30. Social Media Marketing Workshop is every second and fourth Thursday from 12:30 to, and I'm sorry, that should say 1:30. We're going to meet in the meeting room, and then on the counter, Thursdays, first and third Thursdays from 12:30 to 1:30.
Excuse me,
Sorry.
sorry, social media, you said from 12:30 to 2 and then
I've
you changed to?
To 1:30. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
not
12:30 to 1:30.
12:31, I'm
1:30.
sorry.
It was till 2, and then I'm
Gotcha.
sorry,
Okay.
they've taken it to 1. So
Okay.
I apologize for that. But then on the other Thursdays, first and third, it's Let's Get Healthier workshop. And so that's also from 12:30 to 1:30. And then coming up for our programming, Holiday Create at your library. In tradition of every December, Virginia will be showing us how to make charm bracelets this year for holiday gifts. So that should be fun. That will be on Monday, December 10th. Preschool story time and tot time start back up this week and go until December 18th for preschool story time and December 20th for tot time. Pause to Read will be meeting tomorrow from 4 to 5:30. This Saturday is Dan the Creature Man, or the Creature. So, and that's from 10:30 to about 11:20. We'll be having the program out in the library. We are on wait list, but put yourself on there, you never know. And then on Wednesday, November 28th, before the tree lighting, we'll have a drop-in ornament making for the birds. So we'll be making a little decor that you can decorate the tree before it's lit around that time. We'll be joining forces with Parks and Rec. The mayor had asked us to put together some sort of natural ornament program for the children, so, or anyone who wants to make an ornament, come on in. We'll be having an hour of code again with 24G, and that will be on December 5th at the library. Registration starts November 19th, and that will be the 5th from 6 to 7. Modern Power Life will be having office hours on November 26th from 3 to 5. The Clawson Middle School is coming back again to give their speeches of what they're thankful for, and that will be on Monday, November 19th from 6 to 8. Last year we had 65 people coming back. Yeah, we were overflowing. It was awesome.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, they always do a nice job. The kids are great.
What are the grades?
Middle school?
Middle school.
Yeah. Yola's daughter, Michelle Bates, comes and brings her students over. It's nice, all the families come in and listen to their speeches. And just a reminder, the library will be closed Thanksgiving Day, and then the weekend also will be closed.
So you're going to have a busy week leading up to it.
We will. Yeah, it's surprisingly that Wednesday night is pretty busy with people coming in for videos and whatnot.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So it's kind of fun though. Everyone's
Did I hear you say the 24th and Saturday?
correct. We will be closed.
You'll be closed for the weekend, okay.
So we have the signs up, and we'll change the voicemail, and I have it on the homepage. We'll change Facebook so people know what is shaking. So, let's So attendance for programs, for the children's programs for October 2018, we had 33 attend preschool story time, 84 for tot time, 3 for pause to read, 6 for our teen movie, Last Jedi, for our Happy Halloween program, 46, and for our half-day movie, we showed Captain Underpants, that was 4 attended that for a total of 176 children attended our kids' program. So that's good. Here are flyers. For the month of October, 4 attended our SCORE workshops, 14 attended our Wednesday afternoon book club that met on the 17th of October, 5 for our social media marketing workshops, and 2 for our Let's Get Healthier workshop. I had to cancel the college savings seminar, not because the speaker wasn't willing to show up, we just had one person coming, but he said he felt bad just even one person. I said, no, this is your opportunity to have one-on-one with someone. We've had a lot, but he canceled it, so that's okay. 13 for understanding your sleep cycles, and that was pretty good for a Saturday afternoon. I was very impressed. 36 for our Evening of Blues program that was on Monday, October 29. And last night, 5 attended, excuse me, our online shopping program. So it's a busy evening. Good.
Was that in how to shop online?
Yes, and safely, and things to keep in mind when you are shopping online. So Barb Joya is the technology person over at Baldwin, Birmingham Public Library. So he's come over a few times to do programs for us.
It's a lot easier than, I've never done it till last month. Good Morning America, Deals and Steals. It was so simple, and then I happened to see the same item on QVC. I was surfing. I got a great deal. Good Morning America, and it was free shipping.
That's what's nice.
So to get the product in, I thought to myself when I was done, it mentioned the security before you even pushed your done button or send. Within maybe 3 minutes, I was finished, and I thought, people have been doing this, I know, for years.
Everybody's been doing it for years.
But I had never done it before, and it was very simple. I was very pleased with the delivery.
It's great.
And what I got was exactly.
And now there are 5 more people in Clawson who know how to do it.
Look out.
Good program.
5 more?
6.
5 more.
5 came to the program, plus you.
So look out.
Okay.
Look out, world.
And I found out, because one of the items was a map, that post office has triangular 2-foot and 3-foot boxes for priority. Because the map came within a case, and it was a triangle.
Sure.
That long, and I thought, never saw those boxes before. And Anna Maria says we have them even 3 foot long. So I thought,
You learned a lot that morning.
I did. Watch it.
Awesome. Well, going along with the theme of Madeline, the October showcase is our salute to mason jars and hard design display by Madeline Brown and friends. So thank you, Madeline. Lots of people are talking about that, and I'm hearing lots of canning stories. Some good, some low. So.
Bad ones are not
Yeah, I
good.
know. I was like, So
But
you know,
it was-
we should
it
have
was
seen your
more-
911 on that one.
It started out just about the jazz, and then it worked its way through
It's quite
a lot of history.
It's nice.
Several that shared some of their jars. They've come from a lot of different places.
You could. Again, reminder, I know I sound like a broken record, but Imagine Theater, you can get your movie passes and free popcorn. So on the first Monday and third Wednesday for us. Friends Fall newsletter is still available in the lobby. They're working on the winter one right now. We are now back to taking donations, still a little limited, recovering from the awesome book sale. So, and once again, please do not drop off your books in the drop box. Please don't do that. Friends Edges and Ledges and school volunteers will be here this Thursday at 4 p.m. And thank you to those that helped in October. Thank you to the Friends for participating in the downtown Halloween trick or treasure time at the Yarn Stop. Friends have their giving tree up. I don't know if everyone saw the article in the Royal Oak Review, but it was there about the tree, and you can take an ornament on the tree of something that looks of interest to you, and there's just a little form you can fill out and give it to your friendly neighborhood director or youth services librarian.
excellent,
care of that.
excellent star. And when it was first suggested with the white tree, I thought to myself, okay, that's not as bad as the foil with the lights from the 40s and 50s.
Some of us like those.
Well.
Which is great.
It's good.
Different strokes, but the white with the very colorful stars and the matching tree skirt being non-Christmassy, I thought was brilliant. It just, as soon as you walked through the door, you thought, oh, look at that tree,
Yeah.
and realized,
So thank you to Owen Ball for giving up his Christmas tree. I appreciate that. That must have been,
oh, that was his idea.
that was.
I know they
that was
donated
his-
it, but.
Yeah,
was-
that was, he gave that up. And then Kristen for doing the ornaments and Jennifer for the tree skirt. So it was definitely.
I
worth
thought
it.
it was lovely.
So thank you for that.
Very
Thank you to the Friends for Dine and Donate at Panera. I think we did pretty well with that. And thank you to everyone that helped for the fall book sale and the preview sale. So they're still totaling up the numbers, but I think we did cross over the $2,000 mark. So I think we will be able to get our 2 computers. So that's very good.
These bags are gone.
Yep, and there are no more Friends tote bags. So we have no bags in the building.
Not even the orange ones?
All bags
That's
are
what-
gone.
that's
The
what
ones
ran
from
out.
1976, 84, 93, all gone. We sold all the bags. We ran out around 2 or so in the afternoon on Saturday.
Wow.
Pretty, yeah.
That's
So then we had to
great.
pull out the Bo-Rix bags and go old school.
At least they were sturdy.
Yep, no one complained.
But,
No one
did
complained.
anybody suggest for April about contacting? I was thinking of Hollywood.
No,
Their
that
paper
hasn't
bags
come.
are strong.
Um,
Grr.
It may be a topic at the December meeting.
Because we do not want to use used bags again.
I understand.
It's not good.
There may have been someone on staff that was hoarding her bags along with her mother's bags for months on end.
We'll have her stop because used bags are not good to use.
No.
Too often we find things inside the bag that we
Oh.
don't want to pass along.
As
or
you've
they might have a
probably
little
seen
rip or something,
firsthand,
You know,
yeah.
well, or people's receipts or, you know, an old
Shopping
sock.
list.
The Bo-Rix was really
Those were the
great, but the
best.
manager changed.
Right.
And she had given us probably over the years at least 3 full cartons, not even open. But this manager's different. I already approached her.
Not so much. It's okay, we were grateful for what we got. Diversified Members Credit Union will be here on December 6th from 2 to 5:30. Sit in the youth area to talk to kids about the importance of saving your money and talk about credit unions and banks and stuff. Not pushing them per se, but just more financial education. So we're going to set up a table and talk to the kids, so that should be pretty good. Winter highlights have been turned in to be published, and I'm hearing that the drop-in center at the church is now open on Tuesdays and Fridays at
Oh, really? I
Jerry.
saw Jean yesterday, and she was
So
saying
that they're
that.
going to give a bar, I was talking to Barb.
Tuesdays and Fridays?
Tuesdays and Fridays, yeah.
That'll help on Friday.
They're going to give it, yeah, especially as.
Some places
Yeah, when the
don't.
weather's bad, especially, maybe to give it a chance, they'll
I hope
realize that.
so.
Yeah.
I said if they need anything, we are here for them, so just, it's a group effort, for sure. Director's update, state aid report, continue to work on that. The Detroit Suburban Librarians Roundtable Survey is also open, so I'm now working on 2 reports. And all the large print library cards, laptop scanners, and Native American books have been ordered and have arrived. I have one more invoice to go for a check to the side, please. So things were good. And just a reminder, on November 29th, I'll be taking an online class regarding libraries and current events. I have a tentative gift committee meeting set up for January 2019. So just meeting that twice a year. I think that we have sent out. The Troy Public Library will be closed the month of January for building maintenance. So, yeah.
The whole month?
Almost, pretty close, yes. So they've given a heads up to all the neighborhood libraries. In addition, the Royal Oak Public Library, their drop box has moved from the 11-mile road to the Troy Street. And also they'll be closing here and there for electrical work for the construction around them. And also the parking lots are going to be going shortly too. So we're going to have
Troy and Royal Oak.
Troy, yeah. Well, yeah, we're definitely seeing an uptick in Royal Oak for sure. But now we're going to see. I mean, we have our core Troy.
Troy's closing for the entire,
Pretty much for the entire month of January. more details to come.
Aren't they lucky to have us in between the two?
I think so.
Yes.
We're lucky to have us too.
Yeah.
And TLN has updated our closure dates for Martin Luther King Day. So we're all set there, and then we'll have the signage and everything out. So, get in there. Patron issues, suggestions, and incidents. On November 5th, the alarm company called me around 10:30 at night. A disturbance in the mechanical room, which was kind of a new one for me. So I called Troy Dispatch and asked him what was going on, and he said, I'll call you back. And then we talked again and kind of got the impression I should come up. So I came up, and the police were already inside the building. So I called Troy Dispatch again because I did not want to enter the building if there was a situation. So, you know, didn't want to make, it was almost 11 and I didn't want to make the news that night. So I called Dispatch and I got the all clear to come in, and I don't know what it was, but it was kind of rare that they said I should come up, which was fine. I didn't mind. We had a nice chat, explained to them about how library cards work. They did a little shopping in the book sale, caught up, reviewed the after-school situation. So it was fine, but I'm glad nothing was going on. But don't want to do that.
What kind of a disturbance?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mechanical room?
Yeah, I have no idea because the staff is really, we shout out a variety of things at night to make sure everything's okay, and that was on the all clear list. So I have no idea. But I was grateful. 2 officers came.
So the alarm goes to them first?
It goes to the alarm company. They notified the police and they called me too. So they came up, and then usually I keep in touch with Troy Dispatch, and they let me know what they're hearing or what the response is, or if all clear or not. But I didn't get it. They said, how long would it take you to get up here? So, well, let me put my shoes on. About 10 minutes. So don't judge me because it's almost 11. At that point, so anyway, so I came up. It was fine. I was happy that there wasn't anything going on. I was happy I wasn't entering a building with something going on.
And the fact that there was no fire
Right.
out here.
Yeah. Right. So it's fine. Like you said, it was
Well,
a
if
good.
Sonic Patrol gets a fire alarm,
Yeah.
they call the police and the fire instantly.
Yeah.
And then they go down the call
And
list.
then yes, as you will know, the call list.
And yes.
How often is the frequency of our false alarms? Once or twice a year? I know it's more frequent. with
Yeah,
fire.
I think the last one I got before this one was a few months ago.
Okay.
A few months ago.
I mean,
So it's
I'm
not like
glad
how
it's-
it was
I'm glad
before.
it's
It
a
is
false
improved.
alarm.
I have no issues in my basement or in my living
No,
room.
you don't.
I'm glad it's a false alarm and
Yeah.
nothing's happening. but
Right.
Still,
No, I mean, again, and usually I can talk to dispatch and they'll relate to me what is going on, whether I need to come over or not. So, I found out recently one of our young volunteers has passed away. And anyway, I'd like to thank his family and friends that really appreciate his help and stuff. But anyway, good guy. Yeah, he was pretty young. I don't know what happened. They didn't get into details. But anyway. And we had a few patrons express that our hours are unacceptable. So I tried to explain budget and how it works. So kind of walking through them, that seemed to help a little bit. But anyway, the drumbeat.
What did you say?
What
this-
did that person want?
I think 6 days a week. Oh, any evenings again.
And probably all evenings too.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What, did you say this was a team?
Oh no, it was. I've had a couple adults approach it. That's
Okay.
frustration.
For this
So,
one?
but again, I kind of explained to them what was going on, other options.
This person.
So, sorry.
Do you also refer the
One
back to
minute.
the city council
I did.
or?
Extra. Yeah, I mean, also aware that we've got
Unacceptable.
unacceptable. I've not heard that word before on our hours.
Was
but-
there a second sentence after that?
No, unacceptable, then silence.
And yet they had a library card, so were they gonna go to the closed Troy or the no parking?
It doesn't-
I explained what libraries are open on Fridays, contact information, that we're part of a 72 library co-op, so, we all work together. We cover when other libraries can, so it's okay. It's okay, unacceptable, but I was like, ooh, that was strong, but
Aren't
everyone's
you
entitled
impressed
to.
that they think you have the authority to change it?
I don't know.
I don't think anybody actually goes beyond the fact that they're inconvenienced and that there is a city budget and a.
Oh, have you?
Same comment from a lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? Okay. So maybe we've gotten
Probably the same lady.
probably
Well-
the same lady, especially that word kind of stands out a little bit. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I understand that the people want to be, have it be as convenient as possible and cover as many hours as possible. But, 10 until 8, 6 days a week, you need a whole new staff.
Yeah, a lot of my
Yes.
staff have second or third jobs, so.
Well, they could get rid of them if we were open that many hours.
Well,
But you know what
or
I'm
put you
saying?
to work, right?
I don't really think a typical patron though is seeing
No.
the big picture at all.
Oh, I'm not
It's
saying
their
that.
schedule, my
No,
schedule's
Typically,
busy.
I don't.
I kind of disagree. I think the typical patron understands. I think it's the outliers, the very few people that don't understand. Because the typical patron has been coming here so often for so many years, they know the schedule. I mean, but there are still, I'd say, very, very few that expect more than can be provided. I don't think it's very
And
often.
that's, I see your point, and I think that smaller number is true, and they are probably the ones on the highway who have to be somewhere. None of the rest of us on the highway,
Are important.
it's just, but if they left a little earlier, they would have been there. I'm amused that the people who are speeding, 15, 20 miles an hour more than the speed limit, they have to be somewhere. But the rest of us, and the same thing with, they don't realize that even though the library opens at 10, who's been here since 7:30, 8 o'clock and stays well beyond?
Is this true or false or multiple choice? I don't
It's
know.
all of the above.
Awesome. Okay, staff updates. Just a reminder, we do have an IT volunteer on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. He's developing quite a following. So that's
Oh,
very
we've
good.
seen good.
Brian
Yep.
is a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. A staff member continues to take some medical leave. We're seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, so we're hoping for the best. And Taylor, our after-school monitor/clerk, will no longer be working with us on Wednesdays. Quick for her, she will be at the museum. So we're very proud of her. And that, although she is promised to keep an eyeball for us.
She said she's only across the parking lot, so.
That's right.
So she's one of your two?
Not mine too.
Okay, sorry.
One of the two.
One of the two.
One of the two.
Thought I was talking to Tim for a minute.
Yes, you did.
So will we not have a lunch or then?
On Wednesday, no.
It's fine, we're good to go. It's not our first rodeo, it's a long weekend. And the kids know who we are, oh, so very well. So, yeah, when they see us coming out, uh-oh. So, and
She
then,
said she will watch on Wednesdays.
I believe it.
She can look out the window and look.
She's very
Oh,
dedicated, so she's very dedicated. And the staff is helping me weigh and shift the adult collection. So if you can't find something, holler it out. But we're trying to neaten up at a little end of the year, clearing up, so. Okay, building issues. Sorry, I should say October, November. So. The inside and the outside of the windows have been cleaned. The HVAC issues with the battery and server are okay now. Everything's been reset. On October 12th, and I'll get to this in the new business, the firewall went down. There was some sort of power issue in the building that took out the internet circ system, the phones, the fax. It took out everything, but we did stay open. If it counts, we did stay open on that Saturday. We went into backup mode, and unfortunately people couldn't get on the internet, but we did keep ourselves open.
Made it a very quiet day at the library.
Yes, but I was thankful with the new system we could at least go into a backup mode and work with it that way. So still no clear cause of what happened, except I know City Hall also had a power issue around the same time. So people are still talking. The city engineer is talking to DTE. I had our phone person involved, TLN IT, Clawson Building Department, everyone I could think of to try to figure out what had happened. And all I can tell right now is there was a power issue that got through everything, which
So how, was our hardware affected?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost a fax machine and a firewall.
So they both need to be replaced?
Yep. Yep. Stand by.
Isn't that no warranty or that
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. So it was replaced at no charge. And so they wanted to do some preventative measures, and that's the building update, just to ask you guys if we could do. We continue to lose light bulbs in the building. Not sure what's going on. Yeah. You know what's really odd too is that we had the power surge, and usually, you're right, it hits the lights, and it didn't. We're on a couple legs in the building, and I really wish I didn't know all this, but we're on a couple of legs of power in the building. And you're right, Eva, usually it hits the lights. It didn't. It hit the server room, and we're grounded. I made the electrician come over multiple times. I mean, he's a very patient man. I think he's gonna keep asking. But we're grounded, so I don't know. No one knows why, whatever came through and hit us in City Hall was determined to come through. So I don't know, but it didn't hit the bulbs. It didn't. I was really surprised.
That's so weird.
Looks like it's fried the firewall over to museum also.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, and we're grounded, we have backup batteries, we have every layer of everything, so,
All three.
Yeah.
And it just is, well, you're the electric bulb person and history.
It's the power, it's the surges that,
it
you
was
know,
so strong through.
you can't do anything. DTE can maybe figure it out, but.
So,
Do you think it's just a semi-commercial building like us? Because it doesn't seem to affect the domestic people up and down the street. They're not blowing bulbs
I would-
every
we
10
don't-
minutes.
I think I disagree.
I think it
All
probably
the-
is, you don't know.
I'm often hearing on that local My Neighborhood app of people whose electricity is out in this general area.
Mhm.
I mean, it's quite common. Some
Right.
lady has this little calendar that she has posted with the number of days. And like every week she had power issues. I think
And
she
it
was
may
on
only be
Pear
for an hour or
Street.
so, but it's
Right.
enough to disrupt everything.
Right.
And DT, then,
DTE is currently working on it. They've had some community meetings about it. They're supposedly doing tree trimming.
Not supposedly, they're cutting down trees all over the place.
They haven't been to My Neighborhood yet.
Yeah, up and down the power lines.
Uh-huh. And they
squirrels.
put in like, had 15 or 16 new poles.
Yeah, we saw
Up
the
around
poles.
the Northwest District, because they were all laying along Southbridge.
and then, our new HVAC people have come in, RW Mead, they've inspected the HVAC system and replaced our filters. Okay, it's good.
They just automatically do that.
Yes, the city
Periodically.
engineer has it set up where we alter with TPW on the filters, and then
Oh.
Mead comes through and checks the status of everything. So, yes. And I didn't write it in, but the sprinkler systems have all been blown out. So we're ready for I don't know what, but we're ready. And, okay, I'll go a little backwards here, so. We've gotten our PayPal fine check for May 2018 to September 2018 for $247.66. So this is people paying for their fines online, yeah. And I did have to buy a new fax machine for $67.45. No, we just need something really basic to let us know when we can take our vacations to Jamaica, or if we need a new roof, or our HR needs. But oftentimes, TLN asks us to communicate in a calling tree through fax machines.
Is
so.
anybody thinking she's serious?
No, actually,
I
I'm
meant the
serious.
viewers.
Oh, yeah, they probably are, so.
Another,
Just
yet
kidding.
No
another
vacation.
Yet another vacation.
Another vacation, yeah. Our PNC account, we have $6,210.42.
Is that because they haven't cashed the checks yet?
That's after catching most of the checks.
Oh.
Doing good. There was an issue with the Native American books, the order, and so they sent us more books to make up
Really?
Yes, and in addition, for free, in
So-
addition to another set of P-books from another series, so,
Oh,
We
we
definitely
got the
got-
12 ordered,
So
and then they
are
sent
any of them
extra.
on display out here?
we're getting nameplates in and ready to go. So,
Okay, no, I
and then-
meant, you have a display of.
Oh, no,
No,
those are adult from Taylor, but I'll ask Kristen, because I know she's working to get the name or get plates in, so that's a good question, thank you for asking. Still working on what in the world abnormal miscellaneous is, but I've been told, stop reading in a bag, it's okay, so we'll get fixed, so.
Yeah, I think we're on ink saver.
Yeah,
mode.
we are, sorry. Well, yeah, because I had to, sorry. I was just happy I got it to fit on one page.
Was there anything alarming to you or concerning to you on this budget that we should look at and talk about?
Thank you for access that. Please now, always try to run it carefully. And then I have the gift account for people when they give money for memorials. The Giving Tree monies are going into this account. The Friends are not handling the money from the Giving Tree. We are, so that it is from one account and that only a few checks will be cut. So we thought it would be better managed if Kristen and I took over the process. Of it. So
Are most people paying by check?
a few cash, but predominantly check. So we thought with the help of the city and then we have a bookkeeping thing set up to manage it. It just would be easier than asking Maureen to keep cutting checks.
And that's till the
End of December.
end of the year.
So, anyway. That's where we're at with it. I think I covered everything. Ready?
None of these obviously by the dates are from the Giving Tree.
No.
Will that be a separate listing?
No, it will just, you'll see, starting probably when, you can see this ends at August, so it's gonna take a couple months before, but we are keeping a separate spreadsheet so that we can see what's going on, so we'll have fine tallies of what people are doing.
On the library fund, in the income part of it, we have library non-resident fee,
Right.
and it's budgeted 300,
Correct. You put 88.
and 88 and 46. I don't get where that is, because resident fees are,
Like Troy or.
right.
Yep.
So where'd you get the 10 cents from?
I
Good
don't, that's,
question.
I don't know,
Yeah.
something's not figuring out.
No, it's not. What is that?
Since our budget year and calendar year are different, and none of these figures are supposed to be 100%, right?
No, they are not. But membership and dues is currently at 100%.
No, that's miscellaneous, isn't it?
Is it miscellaneous? Yeah.
They have.
Yeah, where did we buy miscellany?
That was the petty cash, and I was instructed to merge that into operating funds, I think it was. So there shouldn't be anything in there, and that's why they're trying to retrace why.
Oh, that's probably why they backed it out.
Yeah, what the what is that, so. Because right now, the biggest thing on miscellaneous are buying newspapers, because they're not coming through all the time.
Right.
Always running to 7-Eleven to buy newspapers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
On membership and dues, if you guys don't use your, if you don't use your professional memberships, does the fund just run over, or do
Yeah.
you?
It carries to next year.
Right, because we didn't go to MLD this year.
Right.
And then our institutional membership is coming up as well as mine and Kristen's in the next few months, so you'll see that number adjust.
Is printing old?
I don't know why they call it old,
Oh, okay.
but it's the flyers and the.
Well, that's what I
posters.
presumed, but that's what I figured, any of the flyers and things, but I just
Right,
didn't
I don't
understand
know
the
why they
old
call it.
part.
I've asked that,
Okay.
something quaint, I guess.
Can you back up about why the newspapers and?
So,
Why-
some of the papers, depending on what day it is, they're either delivered or mailed to us. Sometimes it doesn't come through on the mail, and I have to go immediately to 7-Eleven to go buy the
For
paper.
the regulars who are.
Yes, I've had many things called to me for not having the crossword puzzle there, so I'm like, I'm on it. So anyway, you'll see in petty cash that there's a lot of 7-Eleven receipts. I mean,
So you're
Hauling
not doing
tickets.
Slurpees or anything?
no rolly dogs or nachos for me. I'm just grabbing those papers, but they know who I am in there now.
A dog on that spinning dog machine.
These are those drive times.
The hot dogs that are on the grill that roll under the lamp.
In the
I can't-
7-Eleven, I can't remember,
I
yes.
cannot remember.
I'll call you. I'll pick you up because I'm sure I
We've
can.
never even been
If,
in the new one.
if you want, I'll take you there for lunch.
You can get a Slurpee
Is
and a
there
rolling
a- Is there a specific date in mind?
She'll look at
That's
it.
why I dropped
If,
I can
if-
fill you
if-
in.
if you're willing to take a risk on eating one of their hot dogs, I'll buy.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we was just gonna look and you would take me to a real.
And
Oh, no, I
Oh,
meant
no.
at the
our
7-Eleven.
daredevil, yeah.
Don't be,
He'd be, you know,
I'm gonna try a hot
They're
he's
dog.
a
very
big, he's a big spender.
don't look at gift horse in the mouth.
I'm the
that's
only one
true.
that ever asked for them to print up a receipt, so no one
Oh,
else gets a
really?
receipt from 7-Eleven, except me. Yeah, for newspaper.
What?
So I'm the receipt lady.
Spinny dogs.
Rolling
Rolling.
dogs.
Rolling.
I'm sure there's a more technical word for it, but you will not see that in any of the petty cash. I'm not getting the Slurpee, I'm just getting the papers. Okay, unfinished business, nothing. Staff evaluations will start next week and continue into early December. I have the schedule posted for the staff. Everyone will be given an hour, but of course if we need more, we'll have it, and it is 360, so they'll be evaluating me. So,
Is there any need for you to worry about any? Oh, okay, sorry.
that's okay. It's okay. We'll see where we go.
We're constantly doing library improvement and training of our staff.
Constantly.
So
it's
nobody's
not,
gonna be surprised.
no, it's not a once a year thing. As you said, we're always in communication. It's just, it's important to have a formal
I
process.
evaluate them weekly.
I'm sure you do.
You do, and I'd like to thank you on behalf of the staff for the weekly, if not daily evaluation. Because it's not like I don't hear about it, so. Often when there's a shift change, the first place they stop is my office, so. Anyway, the building update. So as I said, there was a pretty rough power surge. And so TLN is requesting or maybe suggesting that we take out the batteries that we have in there and replace it with one that's a little bit stronger and can communicate a little bit more, kind of like a black box of what is going on. The cost would be $1,000. We would have to have an electrician come in and help set it up. We've already got the electricians lined up. They've already evaluated the room. We wouldn't have to do anything new with grounding or no outlets. We're already okay there. They would need to bond the rack to get it ready. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it seems to be from the family of grounding. But I have worked with the city electricians, and they are talking with TLN, making sure that when it does happen, if there's approval to get this new battery, that everyone is in the server room together.
And do we have room in our equipment maintenance for
We
that?
do, because I didn't get a copier this year. And also,
Oh,
yeah, right, because I didn't get a copier, it would come out of that line. I mean, the copier would have been a little bit more, and also, it's me, I'm always paranoid about equipment in here. 5 years of this.
As our history shows.
Exactly,
we
so
need to.
there will be enough for the battery. We have like 6,000 plus in the equipment line. I haven't really touched it. So there is enough for the battery. I haven't gotten a quote on the electrician, but he assures me that issue.
Is this something that will need to be either refurbished or replaced in a period of time? The
It-
battery?
The
Once-
battery.
Yeah, oh,
It
yeah, in
gets
time,
fried, yes.
right, in time. I mean, we've had this one for a few years, so in time. It's just something a little bit more powerful, should help maybe cushion the blow if anything happens again. And like I said, on the rack, but they definitely said, I had them walk through the building, we're definitely grounded. And the server room is good, the outlets are good, it's just one of those things.
And yet, the other night, or last month,
Yeah.
they still had no explanation as to.
But no one really had an explanation of what happened in the building, so. I don't
That's
know.
disturbing.
I know. So it would help the staff monitor power fluctuations and see what's going on. So maybe we can try to cut off anything of what's happening. And like I said, I've been working with the electricians, so everyone's just kind of on standby if we want to do this for $1,000 plus whatever the electricians would be. But
I think you need to do it.
okay.
I think a
Yes.
motion would be in order to update our battery pack.
Yep. Thank you.
I'll second that.
So I can it's going to take, it'll probably be December or January by the time everything gets synced up. So of course I'll keep everyone.
So that's
And we can try
approximately
several.
$1,000,
Right.
at approximately $1,000.
Yeah, for the battery, and I'll keep you posted
Then the
on with the
electrician.
plus the electrician.
Plus the
Approximately.
electrical install. Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we authorize Jenny to find a new battery and have it installed ASAP.
Thank you. Okay, I'll get
All
all
those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, I'll get a hold of everyone in the next few days.
Introduce trip like
You know that company?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they're recommending, so. But they've been working with Damon, the city electrician.
So the actual pack is 1,000 and then the electrician.
Exactly.
is additional.
And
Additional,
additional, but
exactly.
there's,
So,
yeah, it's there, so.
Should we get a rebate on the present battery that you do for a vehicle? Well, I thought it is.
no, good question,
Right.
no.
The rich get
Got a
richer, not the
box
libraries.
hang in there. So, no. So yeah, we had a temporary firewall in for a little bit. I'm glad we have our permanent firewall in now because it kept taking my computer down, and it's kind of hard to work on the state aid report when we lose internet connection. So, but thankfully it was just my computer, like it didn't have touch really the staff computers too much. So it was only me who was expressing a variety of emotions when things went down. So, but other than that, I don't know if there's any public comment or other things to share, but that's what your November looks like. So,
It feels like the library has been very busy on Saturdays.
yes,
I feel like every Saturday I'm here now.
yes, I see that.
Tons of people here.
Well, just the patron count for October, you were up
Yeah,
like 400, over 400.
yeah. We're definitely, we're moving.
Well, and if Troy goes down, you're not gonna get all of Troy's overflow, but you'll get some patrons. It's not much different than when we were down for a long time. I don't know what you guys did, but I used the local libraries, Madison Heights, Royal Oak, even Berkeley. So we can expect an increase if they're down for a month.
Well, and then I'm thinking our weekends, our study rooms are going to be full. Because at the Troy Library, they're always full, and you need to have a Troy Library card to get the room because they're in such high demand. We've got all sorts of study groups that meet
It's
there,
very
and
true, it's very true.
so,
And we accept their library card, right? Because
Yeah.
they accept ours.
Exactly, it's, yeah,
Mutual agreement.
thank you, yes, exactly.
Even though we're not in the same.
Right,
Yeah, it's
but,
odd that we're not
co-op,
in the
mutual.
same co-op, but
They went-
when I go there, which is fairly rare,
Right.
but I go there on
Yeah.
Sundays once in a while, and, you know.
but
I used to have a
reciprocity.
Troy library card, which they were very
There's
gracious in
limitations.
issuing,
Yeah.
but now you don't, you just use their Clawson card.
So they have our patrons, if our patrons, and I don't know if you experienced this, when they want to use their library card at the Troy Public Library, they have to have a permission slip filled out by us saying that they're a patron in good standing. We have to sign off on it before Troy will issue or acknowledge or you've not run into that, so you may, you
But
have
we
to.
know you.
That is true, so they have to update their card
Everybody
for
knows,
library.
Joe.
Here he comes again.
Yeah.
Not true, but
So,
no,
if
I've
your
never
card-
had it that my
okay.
card's always been acknowledged there.
Okay,
And years ago, I'll say, I don't know exactly when, maybe like, let's say 10 years ago, you had to have the Troy card.
Yeah, you have to
Yes.
have both cards.
Yeah.
And now you don't.
no, yeah, we just make it work. So
Okay.
anyway, FYI, if your card expires, you may need to come in and ask us to say you're in good standing.
Call up at the desk and be a member.
Good luck. I'm hoping I get that.
Brennan, never heard of him.
So, anyway. Yeah.
Right, I think a motion is in order to close the meeting at 10:50.
Trying to be
Sounds like a
efficient.
good idea.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we adjourn the meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Great.